What's up, guys? I know it's been a while since I've been available. I'm here for you now. Last year when I wrote my book, Secure Cyber Life, The Government's Not Coming to Save You, I got a lot of great responses, but I also had people asking me, okay, Mike, you spoke a lot about businesses. Now, can you help me understand how to protect myself from the onslaught of this cyber malfeasance, that we're seeing around the world? And so I said, okay, let me come up with 10 things that I can tell people that they should do and they can do to help protect themselves. All right, so let's get right into it. So the first one is, you are a target of the hackers. So the idea of understanding that you are a target. Why are you a target? Because your data is valuable. Your identity has a value. It doesn't matter whether you are $1 million in debt or you're somebody who has nothing or has a job that you feel is menial. Your data has value to hackers. Understand that. Engulf that. Believe that. And that will be the first thing that helps you set the table for doing all the rest of the things you need to do to protect yourself. All right, so once we get past this idea of saying it will never happen to me, the next thing that we need to do is we need to keep our software up to date. What software are you talking about, Mike? Well, installing software updates on your operating system and your programs are critical. And when I say updating software, I'm talking about all the apps on your phone. I'm talking about the Microsoft operating system that is in your computer. In most cases, if you don't forbid it from happening, it will happen automatically. And so just make sure that the settings on your phones and on your computers are set for automatic updates. And by getting those updates, those vendors, Microsoft and even like a Facebook app, all the apps that you use, they will automatically fix known problems when it becomes known to them. All right, so number 3, you need to avoid the phishing scams. Be aware of suspicious emails and phone calls. Haven't you noticed that you get emails where they will tell you that your delivery hasn't been made to UPS, or you will get an email that says that the purchase that you made on Amazon needs some more information, or you will get an email where someone says you've won a $50 gift card, you need to claim it. Well, you know you didn't enter any contest. You know you're not expecting a package. You know that there's no way that that company has your email address. So please do not open that email. Phishing scams are a constant threat to individuals as well as big businesses. And they use these social engineering ploys to trick you into divulging personal information such as your logon IDs, or to get clues about your login IDs or your passwords, such as your banking information or your credit card information. Phishing scams can be carried out by phone, text, social media. I mean, I get these texts on a regular basis that says that my vaccination certificate is available, to try to get me to click on the link. And when I click on a link, what possibly happens is they download malware or bad software or malicious code to my phone or my computer. So you try to avoid those things. That lowers your risk automatically. All right, number 4, we want you to practice good password management. So there's a thing called password stuffing, where once maybe a hacker finds out that my password is ABC12345 on one website, they make an assumption that I'm using the same password on all the other sites, including my bank website. And so they will continuously try those things. So you have to make sure that you're using good, varied, and different passwords to protect all of your systems. If one gets hacked, the rest of them should not get hacked. We all have too many passwords to manage, so one of the ways to do this is to take a shortcut, like use a password manager. These programs can generate strong passwords for you, enter credentials automatically, and remind you to update your passwords when it's time to do so. Because over a period of time, like say every 3 months, you need to be imagining your passwords, just in case someone does have it. All right, so number 5, be careful what you click on. All right, avoid visiting unknown websites or downloading software from from untrusted sources. These sources are often they have malware associated with them. So when you go to that site and you click on it, you are essentially opening your front door and you're letting things in, right? So we want to avoid doing that. And you're the key. You're the key. Because if you open the door and you let certain things in, even if you have antivirus on your computer, if that antivirus has never seen that particular malicious code, it won't stop it. But you just invited it in. All right, so number 6, never leave your devices unattended. So physical security is a part of cybersecurity. Physical security of your device is just as important as the technology and the technical and digital things that I am telling you to be aware of, right? So if you need to leave your laptop, your phone, your desktop, your PDA, any type of device that you use to gain access to the internet or your websites or your banking sites, you need to make sure that you leave them with somebody locked up. Yes, lock them, right? That's why they have passwords on them. Shut them down. Put them somewhere where people can't get to them. For desktop computers, lock your screen or shut down the system when not in use. And then number 7, safeguard protected data. Okay, so what is protected data? All right, so for a business, that protected data may be their customer data, it may be their actual pricing lists, it could be health records, things like that. For you, your protected data is social security number, private information, notes from when you went to the psychiatrist or the psychologist. It's those things that are important to you, and you have to make sure that you are protecting and safeguarding them. So you should securely remove this sensitive data from open and public files, leaving them on desk, leaving them out on your desk at work. And now that a lot of people are working at home, you should make sure that even when you're on camera, be careful about things behind you in the background. Be careful about things that can be seen that are important to you and you would not want anyone else to see. All right. So now we move to number 8. And number 8 is use mobile devices safely. We all have a cell phone. Some people have 2 and 3 cell phones, believe it or not. And then there are other people who have given cell phones to their kids. So we all have these mobile devices. And we have to be considerate of the fact that your mobile device is just as powerful as your computer or desktop or your laptop that may be home on your desk. So consider how much we rely on our mobile devices and how susceptible they are, and protect them in a way that you would protect anything in your home. Okay? So here are some tips. Lock your device with a PIN or password. There it is again. Lock, PIN, password. They're there for a reason. Use them. So only install apps from trusted sources, things like the Apple Store, the Google Play. Make sure that it's from a source that has vetted the app and that is able to give you a third-party opinion that that app is okay. And also that the app that you're downloading is the one you think you're downloading. So You also need to keep the operating device up to date. There that is again, right? Because the people who make these apps, they're constantly fixing these vulnerabilities. They're constantly looking for malicious code so they can get rid of it. And when you update it, you actually are putting yourself in a position to protect yourself and your device. And so don't click on links. We talked about that before with the phishing and the scams that people use. They try to send you something that you recognize, and once you get it, you say, bing, I just won $50. Or bing, I need to check this because they're saying that they left a package for me and I don't see a package. Be careful about clicking on links from people you do not know. And even when it is a brand name that you're familiar with, please understand that if there was no reason for that brand to send you something, it's probably malicious. All right, so number 9. So you should install virus and malware protection. You know what I'm talking about. When you have Norton's antivirus or McAfee on your computer, it's working in the background to find these various sort of malware and these people who may be spying on you from the browser that you're using. And it works not 100% of the time, but it works enough to help lower your risk. It helps keep you out of trouble. Trust me, these are very good. They don't work 100% of the time, but they work. So make sure that you are using antivirus and that you are using the proper malware protections. All right, number 10. This is the last one, but you can see that all these things are going to help you lower your risk so that you can use technology safely. So the last one is back everything up regularly. Then you hear that in 2 or 3 of the other tips. You have to make sure that you're doing backups, because if you become a victim of a security incident like ransomware is when they put malicious code on your computer and then they lock everything up or encrypt it, and you can't get to all your photos, you can't get to those important documents, you can't get to all of the documents that you've received related to your work or related to government interaction you're having, because they're all locked up. And what they do is they tell you that if you pay a ransom, we will unlock it. So to avoid being in a situation where you have to pay a criminal to get to your information that's very important to you, you have to back up your systems. So if you're a victim of one of these security incidents, the only guaranteed way to repair your computer is to erase everything or to reinstall it from the backup that you've created, the copy that you've created. So this is Mike Echols, and I hope that these tips have been very helpful to you. 10 tips to help you lower your cyber risk, because you can't avoid. You can't avoid hackers. You can't avoid this new digital world that we're in. And remember, as I said in my book, which you can find on Amazon, the government is not coming to save you. This is Mike Echols, and I'll talk to you soon.